Trade was strong on the concluding day of the Tattersalls Craven breeze-up sale, with 17 lots making 200,000 guineas or more and particular interest in American-bred stock. It was a colt by US stallion The Factor who topped the final session when selling to Jamie McCalmont on behalf of a partnership between Coolmore and Barbara Banks's Stone Street stables for 350,000 guineas. The Tally-Ho consigned offering also attracted bids from agents Richard Brown, Ross Doyle, Angus Gold and David Redvers, before eventually being knocked down to McCalmont, who confirmed the colt will go back to the US to be trained. Blandford Bloodstock's Richard Brown wasted no time in picking up the baton several lots later, however, when going to 340,000 guineas for another American-bred offering in Lot 131, an exchange-rate colt from Lynn Lodge Stud, who is destined to join Salmon Crisford's ever-expanding team. Sticking with the American-bred horses proved a successful formula for several pinhookers, including John Collins from Brown Island Farm, who sold Lot 82, a more-than-ready colt, to Charlie Gordon-Watson for 300,000 guineas, having bought him at Keeneland for just $17,000.
Well, he was a big yearling. He was probably 15-3 and a bit weak and angular, but he was always a good mover and had a good hip in him, you know. Sort of February time when he really transformed, and ever since then he hasn't looked back. We knew he was going to breeze pretty well, but you're never sure until it's over, and he did breeze well, to be fair. And as the day went on today, and I think he was vetted 7 or 8 times, and I knew he was going to make 6 figures, but I never thought he was going to make, 300.
A colt by another American stallion in Scat Daddy from the Oak Tree Farm draft also proved popular at the final session, selling to Alistair Donald of Sackville Donald for 270,000 guineas. The sharp breezer is set to go into training with Ed Walker, with the possibility of a career here in the UK or in Hong Kong options for the future. The highest priced filly of the sale was Lot 110, a daughter of Whitsbury stallion Showcasing from the Yeomanstown stud draft, who sold to Saeed Al Taya for 220,000 guineas. 220,000 was also the price paid for Lot 119, a colt by first season sire Nathaniel from Mockler's Hill, who was signed for by Jamie McCalmont on behalf of the Coolmore partnership. There was another notable pinhook success on the day, this time for Katie Walsh's Green Hills Farm, who bought Lot 86, a Kilaki filly, for just 23,000 guineas at Book 3 of the Tattersalls October yearling sale, before selling the impressive juvenile for 210,000 guineas to Simon Crisford.
She'd done everything at home quite well, and she was a lovely filly to do anything with. She had a fantastic attitude, and she had breezed quite well at home a couple of times, and she kind of moves her ears a bit, which always gives you the intention that there's loads in the tank, and that's the way she breezed. She's a gorgeous filly, but she has a lovely temperament as well, which I think is key. I love being involved in this industry. There's a great bunch of people in it, and I'm learning every day. It's very seldom those touches come round, so when they do, I really appreciate it.
Marketing Director Jimmy George assessed the trade at the conclusion of the Tattersalls Craven breeze-up sale.
We're very pleased overall with the results. It's the smallest catalogue we've had for this sale this century, so we were expecting probably for the turnover to fall a little short of last year's levels, but the median price is a record for this sale and the average second only to the record in 2013. So overall it's all the key indicators have held up very, very well. It was particularly strong and competitive at the top end of the market. We had 17 lots sell for 200,000 guineas or more, significantly more than last year. So that, I think, demonstrates the fierce competition at the top end of this sale. It's sort of the hallmark of this sale. Every year it attracts the leading buyers, in particular from the Gulf region and Southeast Asia. Fantastic pinhooking successes, and I think it's very much the hallmark of the Craven breeze-up sale. You see every year the consigners bring some fantastic 2-year-olds here. They do a great job preparing them. They breeze professionally down on the Rowley Mile. We had great conditions for the breeze this year. One that springs to mind, a yearling purchase for 15,000 guineas by Helmet, who sold for 210,000 guineas on the first night of the sale. I mean, in what line of business can you make that sort of a turn on an investment in the space of 6 short months? It's incredible. Above all, it's not just the pinhooking successes, it's what these horses go on to do on the racetrack. They've been winning at the top level throughout the world year after year, and that's what brings the horses here and the buyers.